Hi, this is Victoria from Victoria Violet's Tarot, coming to you for the new moon reading, and this reading is going to be for Scorpio. And so before we get started with the shuffling, we do have two messages, and the messages are something that is being asked of me to give to each and every sign. And so for the sign of Scorpio, it's starting with this. It has been my observation that most people get ahead during times that others waste. And this is a saying by Henry Ford, one of the great automobile manufacturers, makers of this lifetime. During the 20th century, and now even in the 21st century, we can still see that endurance. And so that's a lot of stability there that they're asking me to tell you about, Scorpio. Stability, for some reason, is a very strong theme for this reading, okay? And so the other thing they're asking me to share with you, of course, is that this reading is for May 20th through the 25th. This is in reference to energies that have to do with the new moon. Right now we're under the phase of a new moon, and as far as what astrologically it is stating, it starts, we can see, as per astrological people who study astronomy, that is, it would be the 22nd of May. But as far as what Spirit is telling me, these aspects of this new moon have started as of the 20th of May and will last until the 25th of May 2020. And so that is why I'm emphasizing what I'm about to tell you at this time frame that should be done, that Spirit, God, Creator, the great, grandfather would like for us to do at this time, Scorpio. So when you're setting your intention for this time frame of the new moon, they are asking for you to clear your sacred space that you're going to use. Make sure it's a beautified space that has something lovely, flowers, a vase, water, a crystal, something earthy, something, anything that you want, but a candle, incense, anything, but just make sure that it is worthy of God. Not just any little pebble, or not just any little space that's cluttered or filled with paperwork or something that has nothing to do with your intention, so that your intention will go up to God, up to the heavens, and be heard and listened to and come back correctly, okay? Create your intention in a very strong and positive way. Make sure that when you're setting your intention, that's what you want, and not, no, I changed my mind, I want this, I want that. No, set your intention, know what it is before you get started, and then go with it, okay? The next portion that we're going to do is we're going to read your card that the angels chose to give you, only specifically you, Taurus, this particular card for a message that they'd like to give to you, okay? The Guardian, he's the angel of maturity, okay? He's from the angelic realm, angel of the heaven of form. The angelic function of this particular angel is to guide our emotional growth. His gifts are for earth. It can help you to understand your growth, your process towards maturity, and allow yourself to do things in life that you have always desired to, and to cope with the responsibilities of adulthood. So let's take a step back before we finish reading what this angel is guiding us to do. Some people might say, oh my gosh, really? I don't feel like I want a lecture from you. It's not a lecture from God. Some of us are at that time of life where we're going into adulthood, or we're in adulthood, but we're at a maybe stage in our early 20s or even going into our 30s where we still maybe are trying to find ourselves or our way through life, or maybe are in an experienced age and we should have wisdom of a certain level, and maybe we're growing into that wisdom. So don't take this card as a negativity or a chastisement from God. It's asking, for this time of your life that, yeah, it is time to grow in maturity. And maturity, true maturity, if we can change the term, it's really called wisdom. Wisdom to do the right thing and know the difference of when we're not, right? And that's in choices as well. Because sometimes, let's face it, we can make choices that are not positive for us. We can get into relationships that are not the greatest. Things like that, Or even we can make choices, now that we've gained the wisdom and maturity level that we need, to move forward and build our career, build our status in life, build our self as a person, right? Who do we project to the world? Who do we want to present to the world? Who we really are, growing into who we are, and not just showing or displaying or giving the world what we think they want to see. So if you look at maturity in that aspect, then you'll see that this is a very positive card, and it's not a chastisement from Creator or Spirit, okay? So it's telling us this angel helps us to mature into wise beings capable of handling responsibilities and making fruitful choices to enhance our joy and well-being. It shows us how to age with grace. It carries the lantern of wisdom and a trumpet symbolizing an appreciation of music, one of the greatest beauties of life. And I couldn't agree more. I mean, who hasn't had a bad day, right? And you just turn on the radio or your, Pandora or whatever you listen, to your music on, and all of a sudden this really good song comes on and it just changes your mood. Or you have your set channels and your stations, and you have your mood music that either you can exercise to, or you can meditate to, or it helps you sleep, or it just helps you to even, study is another, phase of maturity. When you're in study, that takes a lot of wisdom and maturity to keep going when you really don't feel like studying, because you'd rather be out with your friends, or rather be, watching a movie, relaxing, kicking back, having a brew, or something else. So even in that aspect, you have to have a lot of maturity to get through that phase, okay? So music, as they say, soothes the savage beast. So if you're not having a good day, listen to some calming music. If you're having a good day but want to have a great workout, listen to some intense music. If you want to relax and meditate, do your yoga, do your mantras, just listen to some beautiful chants, and I promise you it will elevate your mood and it will transcend. Your body will just be one place and your mind will be free to go elsewhere. Okay, Scorpio? So now we're going into our next portion of our reading. So I'm shuffling. What does Scorpio need to know during the new moon from the 20th of May all the way through the 25th of May for this new moon phase? What do they need to know to navigate this time frame? What's going to help them? What are your messages of what can be encountered at this time frame by Scorpio for May 20th through May 25th? What is it that they can encounter? What is it that can come their way? What is it that they can expect at this time frame? Okay, let's start with the first deck. You know what? It's so funny because Taurus got this card too. And I apologize, but there is a fan on, so it may knock the cards over, but don't worry about it. The intention is for you to get the message from the card and what I'm feeling, what I'm getting and deriving from spirit, okay? So this is a card of completion. So I think you've had a project that has been going on for a while. That's what it's telling me. And I think this project has been trying on you, taking a lot of your time, maybe concerning you, because it's like you think it's finished and then no, it needs tweaking, or it needs something else, or no, we want to add something else. So it could even be in reference to people that do advertising, people that do photography, people that do IT, people that do crafts. There's like this perfectionistic type of energy going on, that no, it's not quite right, no, I didn't like it, no, I need to add something different. So it's just been an ongoing thing. And the good thing is it's coming to a close. You're going to finish this and it's going to be liked by everyone. Everyone's going to be happy with the outcome. The other thing of this card is it's talking about your core. So if you're someone that's an exercise fanatic or just an exercise buff who likes to ensure that they have a good physique or good health, I want to say, Scorpio, that right now your core is very strong. So if you've been working out, your abs are going to show it, your midsection's going to show it, you're just going to look fantastic. So keep doing whatever it is you're doing, and just, you know what, flaunt it, because you've earned it. It looks like you've been doing a lot of work. Even your upper thighs, you've been doing a lot of work. Your body, your physique looks great. Keep doing it. The other thing I want to say is that it's talking about your core itself in a spiritual being way, okay? So when you have a strong core in a spiritual manner, you're unmovable. So people, for example, who study martial arts, oh my gosh, these people are unmovable. You can try your 1-inch punch on them, you can try your roundhouse kick on them, you're not going to move them. And why? It's because they've learned to use their center. They've learned to use their center of gravity. So even if you're pushing against them, you can't really get them to move. They're kind of like unmovable. And it could be even the smallest person. They could weigh 115 pounds and you're not going to be able to move them easily because they're grounded. Their core is very strong. So I want to say, if you've been working out, or if you've been meditating, if you've been working, doing chakra work, you're doing a great job. You have a strong core. And I know that in Scorpios as well, they're a lot like, as far as their personality type, they're a lot like an Arian, where Aries are very matter-of-factly. If they believe something, they will fight you to the death, because that is their belief. And so it could even be something like that, that your core is so strong that these are your values, this is what you know, this is your knowledge, and this is what it is, and you're not going to be moved. So it could even be something like that to do with your beliefs. I have been spending 14 minutes already on just this one card, but it just really is very telling. It's telling me you're a very strong person. So believe it or not, you are strong, and you're admired too. You have a lot of admirers, not for your physique, but because of the person that you are at your core values. You have a lot to offer someone You have a lot to offer yourself. You have a lot to offer the world. So what I feel here is a lot of, I want to say there's somebody that seems to be in your midst that's kind of playing games with you. I want to say they're playing mind games. If this had to do with what we're doing, setting our intentions with our new moon, I would tell you that this pertained to that. But I don't see that. With this, I see I see shadows, I see someone trying to pull the wool over your eye and they don't know who they're messing with, because Scorpios are not people that are easily swayed. And watch out for that tail, because when it swings back, you're not going to know what hit you when it comes to Scorpio. So I hope this is something. Let's see as the reading progresses. I hope it's not somebody that's trying to take you for a fool or trying to brainwash you, because you're not someone really to mess with like that. So let's see what else is coming next. So it's not so much that you're not trying, the maturity or the wisdom. It's not so much you haven't been trying. I see that you have. But it looks like somebody in your life holds you back a lot. This could be a partner. This could be a parent. This could be a friend, a coworker, a boss. It could be someone that doesn't see what you're trying to do or doesn't believe in what you're trying to do. I do, because I can see the growth. If you can see the phallus, and if you can't, I'll put that closer so you can see that. There's a phallus coming through the green. It's not because this person is overly sexual, which Scorpios are very overly sexual, but that's not what it means in this aspect. What it means is you're trying very hard to make this change. You're trying to match this card of maturity. You're trying to have the wisdom, and you're praying, and it looks like you've been praying and you feel like you're not being heard. God is not hearing me. God's not listening. Hello. And I want to say that at times you get depressed, or you get down on yourself, or down on this situation. Really, it's this person that you need to remove from your life. So if it's a boss, a change of job needs to probably happen. If it's a mate, a change of situation relationship wise has to happen. If this is family or friends, they need to be removed from your life. I'm sorry. I don't like to be the bearer of news like that, but unfortunately life doesn't always bring everything rosy and peachy. If it did, I would be lying to you, and I would just be sugarcoating everything. And I've been doing this for 25 years. And I apologize, but I can't do that, Scorpio. I have to tell it like I see it, okay? What I do see is there are changes, and I'm going to put it right under here because this is what it's pertaining to. There are changes that are coming into your life. There are changes that are coming into your work. So maybe where one person doesn't appreciate your work, someone else is going to appreciate your work. Maybe where one person doesn't appreciate you in a relationship, there is another relationship coming very swiftly. I don't know if you can see this, but the motions of the horse are so quick that it's creating so much shadowing there because it's moving swiftly, okay? Very, very swiftly. So I want to say that coins are on their way, money is on their way, the work of your hands is going to be on display somehow. And you know, don't get depressed. Do not drink. Do not get depressed. Don't fall into, don't succumb to this, because things are going to change. Things are in the works. You are being heard. It just seems like you're not. But you know what? Remember, it's a new moon. And this, sometimes the new moon, you really can't see it. And why? Because it's not cresting yet. The crescent moon is when you can actually start seeing that the new moon came to be, and it's really the first quarter is what it's called. And so we can't see that those changes are coming, but those changes are on its way, and very fast. So I want to say, give it 2 to 3 weeks tops, and I'm going to say there's going to be a change for you, Scorpio. New life. So we can look at this in different ways. Again, I feel like a new partner is coming into your life. I really feel like this person is going to make you feel your value, your worth, is going to help you to see that you are something special, and it's going to help you grow in maturity or wisdom or knowledge or whatever experience it is that you're trying to obtain or need to obtain at this time frame, okay? Set your intentions. I hope that you will do what I'm asking of you at this time for your greater good. Whatever it is that you feel is not working, there's a way through. And this is a calm way through. God is working on this. Where you think God isn't listening or the Creator's not listening, there is a way through. And there's the messenger bringing the news through a clear sky, through a clearing in the sky. God is playing the harp. When I think of the harp, I think of angels. I think of the angels playing the angelic music, the harbingers of God, bringing those beautiful, beautiful messages that we're okay, we're going to make it, or things are changing. Give it a moment. You know, it's so funny. I'm in Texas, by the way, and they say here, or we have a saying, that if you don't like the weather, just give it a minute, it's going to change. And so that's pretty much what I'm asking you, and what God is asking you, Spirit, Creator, in this reading is, you're trying to grow in maturity. Don't give up on that. You're going the right direction. They are listening to you. You just can't see that they're listening to you. But this here is telling me your work is great. Your work is good, whatever it is. Maybe you're an artist. I don't know. But whatever you're doing, your work is really good. There's a lot of deception. There's a lot of confusion going on. But that looks more like in reference to someone that doesn't believe in you, or someone that's deceiving you. So be careful with whoever that is, whether it's a boss or whether it's a relationship. You will know who that is by just my giving my descriptions. There's a way through, and it's coming very fast. New life. There's a way through for you. Fairy wish. So you get what you want. I really feel like you could even be a fashion designer, because I see a lot of artistic value in whatever it is that you're doing. So I want to say, please do not give up on your trade. Don't give up on your, even documents can be artistic and beautiful. Even legal documents can, because it takes a lot of intellect, and it takes a lot of knowledge of words and grammar, correct grammar and technical grammar to get something in print. So whatever it is that you're working on, I want to say keep going. Okay, keep going. What do we have to tell our Scorpio for this time period of the new moon from the 20th through the 25th of May to help them navigate? What do they need to know that's coming, or what it is that's around them, so that they can navigate better? Okay, so our first card in reference to this deck is going to be the Moon in Virgo, and that's talking about your health. And again, I want to say you have been stressed out. It matches very, very well with the feelings of being overwhelmed right here that I'm showing. And this has to do with, and I really do feel like it's a person that's making you feel this way. On the negative aspects, I feel distance, I feel coldness, intolerance, I feel worrisome. But on the positive, they're telling you, if you look on the positives, there's, self-efficacy. That means that you love yourself and you esteem yourself. That doesn't mean that you're a narcissist. It just means that you love yourself, that you embrace yourself. And that's a good thing. It can also mean modesty and a controlled person, meaning you carry yourself well. This is a transit that you're going through in your 6th house, and it is talking about health. So I'm asking you to please, exercise, de-stress, listen to your beautiful music, even water. If you can't get to water, which is very healing, then take a nice bath or shower. Resist the temptation to give yourself a hard time for any uncharacteristic emotional outburst over the last few days. It probably cleared the air. So in other words, this needed to happen. So that's a good thing. You need to allow yourself some good old-fashioned pampering now. Delicious, healthy food, a couple of early nights, and you'll get back to normal. If you're a pet owner. If you're a pet owner, you won't need reminding what good listeners they are. So tell them all about your bad behavior. So hey, cats don't tell, dogs don't tell, birds, unless you teach them to talk, won't talk back, and they certainly won't go telling your secrets to anybody else that you don't want to know. Okay, we're talking about your 4th house, and your 4th house, Mars in Cancer, and this is talking about on the negative side of this transit is talking about, again, defensiveness, cheerfulness, backward looking, meaning looking back to something that, hey, we can't undo the past. We can only move forward, and we should never be looking at the past because we're not going backwards, we're going forward. And on the positive, be protective of yourself, especially where this person is concerned. Be shrewd in business and in your relationships. Be cautious and be conservative with who you try to allow to get close to you at this time frame. For some reason, I think it's a relationship, but I'm going to leave it up to you to know who it is I'm talking about. It says you may lose your temper for no apparent reason at the moment. Of course there is a reason, but you may have to dig deep to find it. Mars here stirs up feelings that you may have pushed aside. And if you have left these feelings felt used and abused over the last year, someone blameless may get the blunt of instrument of your anger, and before you attack others, first take a good look at yourself and face up to anything you don't like much about yourself. So again, remember, they're not talking about that you're immature and that you need to grow up and stop being such a baby. No. Sometimes we're passive aggressive. Sometimes we don't speak our truths. Sometimes we hold our tongue to the point to where when that last straw happens, woe is me, because the person that ends up getting it may not deserve it, whereas all the people that came before may deserve it. But at the same time, if it's this person that's abusing and taking advantage of you, let it happen and then let it go. But don't be passive aggressive thereafter, because it's going to happen to someone important in your life, or even a boss, and you don't want to do that, especially if they can, get you up that food chain, or, get you a cushier job or more money, right? So we need to learn how to express ourselves better and not hold things back. That's where maturity and wisdom come in as well, is knowing how to express ourselves to where no is a good way to express yourself. Hey, can you take me to? No. Hey, can you let me borrow? No. Hey, can you give me? No. That's a good way to express yourself in a positive. It's not that you're being negative, as if you're saying no, because you can't say yes every time. Hey, can you do this weekend again? Actually, I have no, because I did last weekend and I would, but I have plans, and those plans are not breakable. They've been in the works for months. So it's just being wise with your words. It's just choosing, you know, the way you express yourself, and it's just speaking up for yourself, okay? The last card here is in Venus in your first house again, which is very funny because it's falling in Aries. And what did we say about what did we say about Scorpio and Aries? Very, very, very much the same as far as personality, how they choose to express themselves. The only difference is a Scorpio, if they don't express themselves correctly, or at that time if they don't correct something that somebody's done to them, they don't forget, and they'll come back and they'll get you. They're like that kitty cat that you maybe asked to get off the table and they didn't want to, or get off the couch and they didn't want to, and later they get you around the corner, grab you with their paw and scratch your ankle. That's Scorpio. You need to be careful not to tick a Scorpio off. So again, that's why they're telling you, use your words wisely. And if it's that somebody's taking advantage of you, learn through wisdom to choose your words and say no. No, I don't think so. No, that's not going to happen. No, maybe another time. Can't do that, buddy, but thanks for asking. So, Venus in Aries, house of expression, it's saying that on the deep side of negativity for this card, we can be overbearing, rude, competitive, hasty, impulsive. But if we choose to take the positive, the higher road, then we can do courage, passion, honesty, independence, and generosity. So it's telling us that, you know, right now, you can be in demand socially. You can also possibly, you know, like I said, somebody different coming in quickly into your life. Even possibly dreams coming in, you know, into where it's like, what, you know, these dreams are kind of like very lucid, like they feel so real. You can feel like, am I awake or am I asleep? So you may be having vivid dreams as well. And you are, you know, you have been looking for someone special. Even if you don't think you have, we always do in our hearts search for our other, you know, half in this lifetime, because the truth is we weren't meant, most of us, to come here and be alone. But make sure it's for somebody that meets your needs, meets you mind-wise, meets you heart-wise. Don't just accept any person just so that you won't be by yourself, because there's someone in your life you need to really think about removing from your life. Okay? And again, you know, you'll know who these people are that you need to remove, and also you'll know who these people are that are coming into your life to stay, because again, you'll have a meeting of the mind, you'll laugh about the same things, you'll like the same things, you'll be encouraged, you know, by this person. This person will believe in your dreams, will push you forward and not hold you back. Okay, Scorpio, think about that. So in closing, we want to know, is there any other message you want to give Scorpio that would help them, encourage them, would lead them, you know, in a good direction during this transit of this new moon from the 20th through the 25th of May, so that they can better navigate? Show us what Scorpio needs to know. Looks like you need to move out of your way as well. Like something's holding you back. You're holding yourself back, I should say. So move out of your own way. Money's coming. It's not a small amount. There's been a lot of strife, I think, having to do with either projects or how to do a certain job. It's been a lot of, you know, strife. People not, you know, I don't like that, redo it. Remember what we talked about when we first started the reading? Let's not redo it so much. I think that soon that's going to come to an end. Even if it's a project, if you're a project manager or you're a builder, soon all that's going to come to an end. Okay, my Scorpio? The Queen of Wands is telling me the victory is yours. They're also telling me all these messages. Again, you know what? Choose the high ground. Choose the high ground. If people are fighting or vexed and feel like they can't handle criticism, scrutiny, blah, 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 let them fight amongst themselves. The less you say, the least you say, the better, because you show, again, the high ground, the maturity, the wisdom. New beginnings for you are coming. What does the Fool really mean? Well, let me tell you. The Fool means I was once immature, I was once inexperienced, and now I don't have to look forward because, oh my God, I'm in peril, I'm about to go off the cliff. No. I've reached a level of maturity. I've got the strength. I have the knowledge. I have the wisdom. And judgment is in your favor. And the last card is telling us, you know what? After that, you know, I think that you get paid through projects, or you're getting paid through commissions. So a commission's coming in that's pretty good, and then it's going to start again. As I see the ground being fertile, but you start all over again. So you must be doing some kind of work where it's on commission, or maybe it's temporary work, or maybe it's a kind of work where you do jobs and then they end and then you start again. But it's fine. But really, I think out of this whole reading, what I would take away from this reading is, one, you are reaching that level of maturity, that wisdom that you are and have been seeking for a while. It's coming, it's here, it's upon you. You are going to find a way through. Your work is going to be paid for. Your work is going to be finally okayed, like given the check mark. It's coming fast. Your money's coming. Your wish is coming through. Again, let these people fight amongst themselves, or disagree, or overly critique something. Let them be the ones. You be the silent majority, or minority, I should say, and be the one that's wise, because you're the one that's going to end up with more jobs. You're the one that's going to end up with, being looked at more with favor. And again, I really do believe music is very something that can transform a mood, or can transform your life. It can give you ideas even. So listen to your music. Go somewhere near water, or take your baths, or take your cool showers. Contemplate, but don't beat yourself up. I really feel like good things are coming. I really feel like, you need to stop being depressed about this. I know it's easier said than done, but I do see things moving forward. If they weren't, that would be a whole different aspect then. We would have a reason to be depressed, for sure. These people that do all of this crazy uproar, no, this isn't right, no, that needs to be changed, no, this needs to be, let them be the ones that stress out. You sit back, you listen, tune out whatever you want until you're asked a question, and decompress. Don't stress. You're going to get through all of this. I hope you liked the reading. I hope that it helped in some way. Again, set your intention, set your wish. Do this around midnight to 1 o'clock in the morning. It is going to take 15 minutes at least to do it right. But if you're stressing out anyway, you're probably pacing, or you're probably clicking channels, or you're probably not sleeping anyway. So why not do something positive for yourself? Set your intentions, light some incense, or bring a bouquet of flowers to your god or goddess that you follow, my Scorpio, and just let it be. Just set it free. Everything's going to work itself out. But for sure, I hate to say this to you, remove that person from your life for your greater good. This is Victoria from Victoria Violets. I hope that you've enjoyed this reading, and I hope that it has served you in some way. Until we see each other again, enjoy the time of the new moon, and I hope everything works out for you. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and please share. Bye-bye.